Eh? Where the heck's Red Man? Oh wait, I forgot. This episode's mine. I'm Zero, and today we're going to go a little bit less classic. We're going to bust out our PlayStation, and I'm going to talk to you about the gateway drug known as Final Fantasy Tactics. Yes, Final Fantasy Tactics. Perhaps it's not as classic as some of our previous offerings on Game.Hack, but it's certainly the game that puts strategic RPGs on the map in America, and it's the closest thing you can get to crack on a disc. This game isn't a classic because of its plot threads that are more convoluted than an explosion in a textile mill, nor because of its cutting-edge graphics, or even the Final Fantasy franchise tie-in. Tactics was and is an essential classic because of the sheer depth of its gameplay. It's also a fabulously complicated game, and it stands to reason that there are enough glitches in it to fill a book. And that's to say nothing of the typos and translation errors in its mountains upon mountains upon mountains of text. In the interest of brevity, and not to mention relevance, today we'll stick to the glitches that are most likely to actually be useful for something while you're playing through the game. Of course, there are a ton of tricks, tips, secrets, strategies out there that'll help you get ahead in this game, but we're not interested in any of that. What we're looking for is stuff to break, not for strategy. The reason I'm filming this on my little flickery TV is one I'm starting to regret, because I've tried to film this 3 times so far and failed all 3 times. The first time I tripped over my own tongue, the second time I got the timing wrong, and the third time my PlayStation froze. But the reason I'm doing this is to show you that I am doing it on a real console, no emulators or save states or hacks or any of that stuff. It really comes as no surprise with a game as complicated as FF Tactics that there's a lot of bugs and a lot of glitches. So it's almost good in a way to see that Square really hasn't learned from their whole Invis Doom fiasco from Final Fantasy VI. Invisibility still does some pretty weird stuff in this game. For instance, the only way to become invisible in this game at all is to be equipped with the ninja skill Sunken State, and you have to take damage. It's a reaction ability. But if you make yourself invisible, and I'll do it with my little black mage here, once you're invisible, there's a few odd quirks that you can take advantage of. For instance, if you jump on somebody who's dead, normally when you attack a dead person, nothing comes of it. But in this case, when the game removes your invisibility status, you gain XP and JP. Now, this isn't really useful for anything, I guess, although there are a few characters you get late in the game, like Agrius and TG Sid and so forth, who can't learn the twiddle ability Accumulate. So if you really have nothing better for your guys to do, then I guess you may as well jump on dead people and gain some XP for it. Who knows? This game has so much plot. You have no idea how long it took me to put together this video. Here's another strange glitch, and this is actually one that I figured out myself. Really, no internet research or anything. We all know the Time Mage's short charge ability, right? It makes charge magic go faster. Well, this is one I call the long charge. If you have a character who's got a very high speed, you'll notice I've made my wizard here up to 50 speed by yelling at him with Ramza. You can actually cast magic that'll take time to cast. I'll use Fire 2 here. And your wizard will be so fast that his next turn will actually come up before he manages to cast the magic. See? It's his next turn already, and he still hasn't cast. He's still got the little C and a starburst thing to say he's charging. Unfortunately, if I actually try and do anything else, instead of letting the spell take effect, the charge will get cancelled and I'll never cast. But it's still a bug. Final Fantasy Tactics is a game that is all about menus. You use menus for everything. As a matter of fact, you never directly take control of any of your characters at all. It's menus to do stuff with your guys. It's menus to go places. And it's even menus to talk to NPCs in town. So wouldn't it be nice if you can make the menus work for you? Well, this is probably the most useful glitch in Final Fantasy Tactics you'll find. It's called the JP Scroll glitch. And with this glitch, you do exactly that. Basically, what this is a bounding error, and you can use it to learn abilities for characters for free, basically. If you've played Final Fantasy Tactics, you know that you have to earn job points, JP, by doing stuff in battles. Every action you take, you gain a little bit of JP, and you can use this JP to buy abilities. So if you have any class that has an ability window that can scroll, you can actually do this exploit. First, what you need to do is make sure you have enough job points to buy at least one ability, but you can't have enough job points to be able to buy all the abilities on the page. So, since one of my glitches here is going to need Ramza to be a ninja, I'm going to learn a bunch of stuff for free for being a ninja. So the first thing I'm going to do is learn some cheap stuff. So there, see, I've got an ability that's grayed out here. I can't afford this one anymore. So what you do is you pick an ability. When you go to learn it, you get this little confirmation box. Do you want to learn this, yes or no? Now at this point, instead of choosing yes or no, you hold down square to scroll the window. And I'm holding down square right now, and while I'm doing this, if I press down, you'll notice that the window underneath actually scrolls up and down along with my cursor. And this is really the meat of the glitch. What you want to do is learn an ability and then try to get your cursor on the bottom window to line up with an ability that's grayed out. There, see, I've got it on Axe. I can't afford that one yet. If you select yes when your bottom cursor is on an ability that you can't afford, that's when the glitch happens. You'll notice up in the upper corner my JP immediately went to 0. This means I did the glitch right. And this is the important part. At this point, back all the way out of your menu. And when you go back in, you'll notice that suddenly your JP counter is pegged at 9999, and you can buy absolutely everything for that job class. Now this glitch is kind of a game breaker, but it's not completely useful for everything. You'll notice if you look over on the right hand column, my guy's being called a master in the ninja class right now, but if you look at the center column, he's still technically level 1. So no matter how many JP you gain with this glitch, it doesn't actually raise your job levels. If you need to build up your guys so you can move on to more advanced classes, if you want to make calculators out of people and stuff, you still need to earn JP and battle the old-fashioned way. But there's a good thing about this. Even if you have learned all the classes and you have 9,999 JP through this glitch, you can still gain job levels normally. You'll notice my total JP is still 158, so it won't take me forever to gain job levels, as if it would if I'd actually raised my true JP level to an astronomical amount. Also, as I said before, this glitch only works with classes that have scrolling ability lists, if they have enough abilities that they can't all fit on the screen. So you can only do it to some of them. Chemist works. Priests and wizards, white and black mages work. Time mages work. There's a few useful classes that you can't do this to, however. For instance, thieves, everything fits on one page. Monks, you can't do it to. Lancers have enough that you can do it to them. And there's also one special character that you get later in the game, TG Sid. He's got a special ability that lets him learn every sword ability in the game, and normally this takes a ridiculous amount of time to level up, but he actually has a scrolling ability window, so you can use this glitch on him too. Probably one of the more useful things you can do with this early in the game is immediately learn all the abilities for Chemist. So you don't have to actually go out and earn any JP to earn Auto Potion, which is damn handy to have throughout the entire game.